What go down, people? My name is James Lawrence, aka Mr. ANO, or you can just call me Mr. Anonymous. And I'd like to welcome y'all to Enter the Kingdom. So here on Enter the Kingdom, I'll be explaining to y'all the methods of becoming successful. Now I know y'all looking at me and wondering now, what is my qualifications to tell y'all how to become successful? And I'm gonna tell you what, I'm studying it right now. So basically, the reason I call this session Enter the Kingdom is because of the fact that entering the kingdom of success is like entering the kingdom of heaven. Very few people will make the choices that will allow them to reach heaven. Very few people will make the choices that will allow them to become successful. So here on Enter the Kingdom, I'll be basically explaining to you the 13 steps and everything else that I have learned during these last few months. I guess it was since April I've been doing it. Yeah, since April I've been doing it. We're now with October, going on November. So I've been doing it for going on about almost 6-7 months. So maybe a little bit longer. But anyways, so basically, Enter the Kingdom is for people who is tired of the struggle, people who want to make a change in their lives, people who are dealt with so many pains to the point where they just feel like, hey, it's something I gotta do. I gotta take control. And I also wanted to do this for the people who are out there just wasting their time, wasting their dreams. Because I don't want the pain to build up on you like it did on me. See, it took for me to go through court cases, issues when it comes to my child, and issues at the job before I finally snapped and was like, hey, I got to do something about this. I got to make a change in my life. And ever since I've been making this change, everything been going accordingly. Now, before we even start, I like to say that it's no excuses. I don't want to hear nothing about I don't have time, because you create time. I went from waking up at 4:30 in the morning and being at my job to reach my job at 6:20 to waking up at 1:30 and 2:30 in the morning. Whenever I make it home, I work on my dreams. So there's no such thing as not having time. You make the time. And another thing is no point of making excuses. Don't say that, oh, well, I'm a felon and it don't work like that. I know multiple felons who have their own businesses. So there's nothing else you could say. Now, for those who think that God don't want us to be successful, you're wrong. Now, the whole money is the root of all evil thing is misworded. The love of money is the root of all evil. Now, if you go to Ecclesiastes 10:19, it says, feast is made for laughter, wine is to make merry, and money answereth all. So if money answereth all things, that means that he wants us to have money. If you look at everybody who followed God, Jacob, David, Job, and whoever else you could think of, they all had an abundance. They had an abundance of livestock, abundance in the family, abundance of gold, abundance of everything. Most of them became kings. Solomon, Samuel, all of these different people became kings and had an abundance of everything. So the excuse be about him not wanting us to have money is not the truth. Now, the camel making it through the eye of the needle is because of the fact that most people fall in love with material possessions. And that is a big no-no, because it's not about the material, it's about what you build for others and for yourself. Now, before you could do anything, you have to first work on the inner part of yourself. So if you're out there chasing money, it doesn't work like that. You have to chase your dream. You have to chase the disciplines and everything else it takes to become the person that draws money unto you. Because money runs on a frequency and on a vibration that you have to align yourself with. Because God is on the inside of us and God is on the outside of us. So when you align all of that, then you will be able to get what you want. But it also takes persistence and a desire to do it. Now, I can tell you exactly what God don't want for us, and that's for us to be slaves. Now, I understand that a lot of people believe that slavery is no longer in place, but that is a lie. They just changed the name of slavery to sweat equity. Now let me get you with this right here, because sweat equity means that we are literally getting paid for our blood, sweat, and tears. So for every time you go to your job, you're being a slave. And you know how you're being a slave? Because you have no control of what you're doing, how you're doing it, or what you're making. They control all of that. They tell you what you're worth. Your value is nothing if they say your value is nothing. So if you want to become successful, you also have to have the passion to do it. Because like I said, if it's your dream or your gift, something you like to do, for instance, singing, comedy, writing, fighting, if you want to be a doctor, whatever you want to be, a basketball player, football player, whatever it is, then you won't mind waking up early in the morning, and you won't mind going to sleep late at night. It's a majority of people out there who are literally dying of strokes because they don't like their jobs. They're unhappy. They wake up unhappy. They go to sleep unhappy. They get effed up all through the weekend just to lie to themselves and hide the pain that they're going through, just to start going to work all over again and start the pain all over. That is a life you don't want to live. So now let me tell you about the 3 parts of our subconscious mind. The 3 parts of our mind. We got the subconscious, the conscious, and the superconscious. And then we have what we call the paradigm, which is reality. So the thing about our subconscious mind is it takes in everything while you're awake and while you're asleep. So if you have anything playing, music, people talking, your subconscious mind is taking that in. So everything your subconscious mind take in, it creates, which is the paradigm. Now, the way you can control what goes into your subconscious mind is through your conscious. That's through what we're doing right now. Like me sitting here talking to you. I'm talking to you through your conscious, but it's going into your subconscious mind. The superconscious mind is the God mind. That's the God around us. That's who manifests everything. So when you running around, see, and this is how they get us right here, because this is how they keep us locked up in the system. Because they put you in certain areas and certain places. Now, the scientists know this, criminologists know this, lawyers and all these different people know this, and it's the truth. So, what they call it is, everybody heard, you are a product of your environment. How you become a product of your environment is because everything that you around, you become. As they say, birds of a feather flock together. So you should be by yourself or with people who are on the same level you are, that are equally yoked with you. Because your subconscious mind is going to bring everything into play. Your subconscious mind don't know the difference between good or evil. It only knows what you put your energy into. So, now, if you really want this, you will have to do this. You will have to do the studying. You will have to take in the disciplines. And the only way you can change your ways is by staying persistent with this. It takes 21 to 28 days to change your subconscious mind into what you want it to be. If you slip up one day, you have to start all over again. So since April until now, which is October 22nd, 2019, this is what I have been doing. I've been listening to the motivational speakers. I done cut out the bull crap music. I done stopped aligning myself with people that aren't in the same what's the criteria I'm in. Now, I'm not saying you have to drop your friends. No, I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is you need to work harder on yourself than you do at your job. You need to work harder on yourself than you do watching that TV. You need to work harder on yourself than you do on that phone, because all those are distractions. And with those distractions, you will never be the person that you want to be, because once you start doing what you truly want to do, you will be in peace. Now, it took for me to start aligning myself with my dream. Because if I didn't, I'd still be drinking and smoking on a daily basis. But ever since I started aligning myself, I didn't quit all that out. I haven't smoked in I don't know how long, how many months. And drinking, I haven't drunk in I don't know how many months neither. Because my mind and my body and everything else feels at peace for once. Now, another thing is, I was talking about with God, how God wants us to have an abundance of everything. He desires what we desire. And we all have a desire, even though we might not believe it, because of the fact that we have had people to lie to us. We have lost hope because of circumstances and all these other things that have happened in our lives. So the thing is, we're all equal. Nobody is built different. Nobody was made different. We're all equal. So what that person can do, you can do. Now, what God don't want us is to be slaves. And I said that at first, but now I'm going to actually read the scripture that states this. And that is Proverbs 6, 4 through 5. And in Proverbs 6, 4, it says, "Give not sleep to thine eyes, or slumber to thy eyelids. Deliver thyself as a roe from the hand of the hunter, and as a bird from the hand of the fowler. Go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways, and be wise, which having no guide, overseer, or ruler, provided her meat in the summer, and gathereth food in the winter." Now, basically what he's saying is, don't be lazy. There's no time for sleep. We need to be working hard. We need to be grinding. We need to be trying to find our way from having to work at a job. You need to add value to your life, add value to yourself. Create your own system, create your own business. Because we are all equal. If you look in that book, it says we're all brothers and sisters. Nobody is the master to nobody. So as long as you playing this role that they taught us from the beginning, since kindergarten, which is how to either get a job or be in jail, this is the only two things that they teach you. They don't teach you success because they want control. You have to break that system. Like I said before, scientists know this, criminologists know this, lawyers know this, and that's how they set us all up from the beginning. The rich stay rich and the poor stay poor until they make up their minds. Now, like I said once before, y'all had to go to the different segments, the different sessions, because it was technical difficulties. The original piece was 30 minutes. Now I'm going to give y'all a few minutes of my time. And once y'all get these, next, I guess 5? Yeah, it'll be the next 5 segments. Then, I'll be putting in a new one every week. I want y'all to be here, going through the work, going through the progress as I go through the progress. We're going to do this together. If y'all have any questions, y'all just hit me up, leave a comment. And trust me, I'll get back at you. Once again, this is James Lawrence, a.k.a. Mr. A&O, a.k.a. Mr. Anonymous, with Enter the Kingdom.